Yo, what's good, combo crew? It's the one and only Combo Bryant and Tech Catcher from other Super Hot Fire Banger, man. And today I'll be showing you how to create the greatest ultimate Kobe Bryant build in NBA 2K23 Next Gen. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're on the way to 500 subscribers, on the way to 1,000. Thank you guys so much. We're almost at 250 subscribers actually, so I really appreciate you guys a lot. And now let's teach you how to create the ultimate Kobe Bryant build. And for the hand, you can go with left to right. Actually, Kobe Bryant was ambidextrous, so that means he can use both his right hand and his left hand. But I'm gonna go with right hand because that's my hand I use in real life. It's the hand I'm dominant with, so I'm gonna go with right. But you can go with left or right, does not matter. It's whatever your hand is, what's your dominant hand, or you could just go with whatever hand works for you in the game. So I'm gonna go with right. And for the jersey number, this doesn't matter, but I'm gonna go with 24 because that's the Kobe Bryant I want to be. I don't want to be Froby when he was number 8, but I want to be number 24 because that's when I think that he was like one of the best. But when he was number 8, he was definitely like one of the best. He averaged like 35 points per game one season. So I'm gonna go with 24. You can go with 8 or 23 or whatever your favorite number is. And now let's get into the body settings. And for the body settings for the height, I'm gonna go with 6'6" because that was what Kobe was listed at in his height. He was listed at 6'6". And for the weight, he was listed at 212 pounds. So I'm gonna go with 212 pounds. And for the wingspan, it's already automatically gonna put it at 6'11". But that was his wingspan. He had a 6'11" wingspan when he played for the Lakers. This is what you want to go for the height, weight, and wingspan. And for body and for the body shape, this doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with solid, but you can go with build, compact, doesn't matter. Doesn't affect your build at all. And now let's get into the attributes. And for the finishing, for the close shot, I'm gonna go with a 63 close shot. I had to take some attributes down so I can get the Kobe Bryant for the Kobe Bryant comparison at the end, but you'll see that at the end. So I'm gonna go with a 63 close shot. And for the driving lamp, I'm gonna go with an 80 driving lamp because he was a really good finisher. And so I'm gonna go with an 80 driving lamp. And for the driving dunk, I wanted to go higher, like with an 88 driving dunk, but since I can't because I want to get the Kobe Bryant name and also a specific name, I went with an 85, which you can still get contact dunks. You have silver posterizer and silver limitless takeoff. But if you take one off, you could put an 86 where you get gold limitless takeoff. But I don't really need that because I'm not gonna be finishing on that build. But I'm gonna go with an 85 driving dunk. And for the standing dunk, I'm not going to go for a high standing dunk. I'm going to go with a 30 standing dunk. And for the post control, I'm going to go with an 80 because he was one of the best post players who wasn't a center, like literally ever. He was one of the best post players ever. He has a infamous shot called the Kobe fadeaway. And that's why he shot the fadeaway when he was in the post. So he's going to have an 80 post control. And this is what you want to go for the finishing. And now, let's get into the shooting. And for the shooting, for the mid-range, I'm gonna go with a 90 mid-range because he was one of the best mid-range shooters ever. Definitely top five mid-range shooters ever. So I'm gonna go with a 90 mid-range. And for the three-pointer, I wanted to go higher, but I had to go with a 77 just to get the Kobe Bryant comparison. I don't think this is I don't think this was the best three-pointer. He definitely would have a higher three-pointer if I could give him one. I'll probably give him like an 82, but just to get the Kobe Bryant comparison, I gotta go with a 77. And that's also pretty decent since you have a 90 mid-range and you're probably not gonna be shooting a lot of three-pointers with this build, and instead of shooting a lot of mid-ranges. So I'm gonna go with a 77 three-pointer. And for the free throw, as always, we're gonna go with a 72. I'm gonna go with 72 because I had extra attributes left after I finished the build, so I just put it on free throw. So we're gonna go with a 72 free throw. And now let's get into the playmaking. And for the playmaking, for the pass accuracy, I'm gonna go with a 75 pass accuracy so we can get the LeBron pass style. And Kobe Bryant was a pretty good playmaker, even though people say he doesn't pass the ball. He was a pretty decent playmaker when he did pass the ball. So I'm gonna go with a 75 pass accuracy. And for the ball handle, I'm going to go with an 89 ball handle because he's like one of the best shot creators ever to play in the NBA. He literally he created shots like literally all the time he shot. It was a created shot by himself, and it wasn't like off a play. Sometimes it was, but most of the time he created his own shots. So I'm going to go with an 89 ball handle. And for this people ball, I'm going to go with a 75 so we can get the Michael Jordan dribble style. And that's all you really need for the playmaking for this build. And now, let's get into the defense. And for the defense, for the interior defense, I'm going to go with a 40 interior defense because he wasn't really a paint defender because he's usually guarding the perimeter. But for perimeter defense, we're going to go with an 86 perimeter defense because he was a really, really good defender. So we're going to go with an 86 perimeter defense. And for the steal, we're going to go with a 73 steal because he can steal the ball sometimes, but in 2K he doesn't have a high steal rating. But I'm just going to put it at 73 so I can get steals like 5 times out of 10. Like 50% of the time I can get steals if I play good defense. So I'm going to go with a 73 steal. And for the block, offensive and defensive rebound, I'm going to go with 50 for the block, offensive rebound, and defensive rebound because you don't really need anything higher to get the Kobe Bryant comparison. So I'm going to go with these defensive stats or defensive attributes. And now, let's get into the physicals. And for the physicals, for the speed and acceleration, I'm going to go with a 75 speed and an 80 acceleration because Kobe Bryant, he's pretty quick, but he wasn't like De'Aaron Fox speed or anything like that. But I'm gonna go with a 75 speed and 80 acceleration. And for the strength, I'm gonna go with a 49 or 48 because he was really strong, but like he wasn't like bodying players like Shaquille O'Neal would. So we're gonna go with a 48 strength. For the vertical, I'm gonna go with a 75 so I can get the contact dunks. And for the stamina, as always, we're gonna go with a 99 stamina because he would play like 50 minutes every game because that's how good he was. So I'm gonna go with a 99 stamina. This is what you want to go for the attributes. And now let's get into the takeover. And for the takeover, for the primary takeover, I'm gonna go with pull-up precision because he was he was most of his highlights were like pull-ups or like fadeaways and stuff and dunks and like 3-point shots and game winners. But I'm gonna go with pull-up precision because he's like one of the best shot creators ever. So I'm gonna go with pull-up precision. And for the secondary takeover, I'm gonna go with negative impact. So when I shoot fadeaways, they have a less chance of getting contested, especially if you have blinders. You're gonna need this takeover, which can make it really overpowered for somebody to contest you from the side. So this one you want to go for takeover, but you can always switch them. You have finishing, shot creating, and defensive takeover. So you can pick whatever you want. But these are my takeovers. And now let's get into the outro. And as you see, we have built a mid-range shot creator what basically Kobe Bryant was. We're similar to Jaden Ivey, Kobe Bryant, and Bradley Beal. I'm just happy that we got Kobe Bryant and we got a mid-range shot creator because that's literally like what he was. He was a mid-range shot creator who can shoot 3 sometimes or most of the time. But this is a pretty good build if you want to be like a realistic Kobe Bryant in 2K and you want to just shoot a lot of mid-ranges and shoot 3-pointers when somebody's guarding the mid-range because they know you can shoot mid-range really good. And you can still finish and you can play you can still finish and you can play really good defense and you have good physicals. This is a really good build if you want to play like Kobe Bryant. I really recommend you make this build if your favorite player is Kobe Bryant or you just want to have a Kobe Bryant build. I really recommend making this build. But thank you guys for watching. It's Combo of Zaire here, and I'm out, man. Peace!